The Bear and the Thorn by Sarah Shivadecker. High in the ancient lands of Sequoia and Kings Canyon, where the earth rises into quiet mountains and the trees stand taller than memory, there lived a great black bear. These were not ordinary woods. The sequoias stretched skyward like living pillars, their trunks wide as rooms, their bark deep and time-worn. Sunlight filtered down in long golden beams, catching the soft drift of pine needles and dust in the air. The forest floor was cool and shadowed, layered with moss, fallen branches, and the quiet stories of many seasons. Here, everything moved slowly. The wind whispered instead of roared. The rivers carved their paths patiently through stone, and time itself seemed to rest beneath the towering trees. But not everything in that forest was gentle. The bear was strong, immensely so. His paws could split fallen logs, his shoulders brushed against low branches without effort, and when he walked, even the ground seemed to notice. But he was not kind. The smaller animals knew his ways. The deer would scatter before he came into view. The squirrels fled at the crack of a twig. Even the birds fell silent when his shadow passed below. He took what he wanted. He pushed others aside, and though he never said it aloud, he believed the forest belonged to him. One afternoon, as the golden light stretched long between the trees, the bear charged through a dense thicket at the edge of the grove. Branches snapped, dry brush gave way beneath him, and then a sharp pain struck his paw. He stopped, hard. A thorn had driven deep into the soft pad of his foot, long, jagged, and buried where he could not easily reach it. The bear growled, low at first, then louder. He lifted his paw and bit at it. He clawed at it. He shook it violently as if he could throw the pain away. But the thorn did not move. Instead, the pain deepened, sharp, hot, unrelenting. With every step, it drove deeper. With every movement, it reminded him it was still there. For the first time in his life, the great bear cried out, not in anger, but in pain. "Help me!" he roared into the forest. "Please, someone help me!" His voice echoed between the giant trees, rolling through the canyon walls. The animals heard him. They watched from behind roots, from hollow logs, from high branches above. But none came. A mule deer turned its head away. "You chased us when we needed peace." A fox slipped silently into the brush. "You never spared anyone smaller than you." The birds remained hidden in the high canopy. "You gave us no reason to trust you." And so, one by one, they disappeared. The forest grew quieter. Autumn deepened. The air cooled. The scent of winter crept in. High above, the great sequoias stood unmoving, their branches whispering softly in the wind. "Come," they seemed to say. "Rest now. The season is changing." But the bear could not rest. The thorn pulsed with every heartbeat. The pain kept him awake, and the cold was coming. Alone beneath the towering trees, the great bear lowered himself to the forest floor. And there, he wept. Time passed. The light shifted. The forest settled into stillness. Then, a soft rustle. Not loud, not sudden, but close. From behind a moss-covered root emerged a small golden-mantled ground squirrel. Its fur was striped with warm gold and brown, its movements quick but cautious. It paused, watching the great bear, not with fear, but with careful curiosity. "You are hurt," the small creature said. The bear lifted his head, surprised. "You're not afraid of me?" he asked. The squirrel tilted its head slightly. "I have been afraid of you," it said honestly. "But right now, you are not someone to fear." The bear looked down at his paw. The thorn still stood, unmoved. "I can't get it out," he said quietly. The squirrel stepped closer, then stopped, then closer again. The forest held its breath. "Hold still," the small creature said. The bear did something he had never done before. He obeyed. Carefully, gently, the little squirrel climbed onto his paw. It leaned close, its tiny paws steady, its teeth gripping the edge of the thorn. It pulled. The bear tensed, the pain surged, but he did not pull away. And then, with one sharp movement, the thorn came free. The bear roared, a great, thunderous sound that shook the canyon. The squirrel was thrown back, tumbling across the forest floor, stunned by the force of it. But the roar was not anger. It was relief. The squirrel blinked, slowly catching its breath. "Yes," it said softly. The bear looked at his paw. The pain was gone, but something deeper had shifted. "No one has ever helped me before," he said quietly. The squirrel sat back on its haunches. "Perhaps," it said, "no one believed you would ever need it." The wind moved softly through the towering trees, and for the first time in a long while, the forest did not feel cold. From that day on, the bear was different. He no longer forced his way through the forest. He no longer took what he pleased. Instead, he guarded the grove. He protected the small, and he watched over the great sequoia where the little squirrel made its home. And each morning, as the sunlight poured gently through the ancient trees, the forest felt a little warmer. Not because the world had changed, but because he had. Moral: kindness is never too small. It can soften even the hardest heart.